What's up, everybody? It is Dives Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to Suit Up. First and foremost, the Suit Up podcast can be found on iTunes and Spotify. Make sure you smash those 5 stars. Leave a review. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit like and subscribe below. On tap for today, I'm going to talk episode 3 of season 3 of Atypical. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey guys, it is Dives. Episode 3, titled Cocaine Pills and Pony Meat. Really, Sam explains the title of this episode. It is Timing is Everything. The show starts off with Sam running late to his first day of class. Really, Sam's inflexibility here takes center stage. He is starting off college and learning, really, for the first time, how to take notes. And what I had a personal connection with this, because that was actually personally my biggest issue with college when I went to Temple University. I didn't know how to take notes. We then see Casey and friends talking about top 3 places they would rather be, they want to visit. We see Izzy nail 3 right off the top of her head. Then Elsa comes in. And then we see Evan. He gives the example of Providence, which is right down the street. And you see kind of Casey and Izzy kind of look at that kind of a bit awkwardly. We then see Elsa confronting the fact that Doug and Megan are seeing each other, and she needs to give Doug the appropriate space he needs. And speaking of space, we see Casey and Izzy decide that they could have the opportunity of getting a scholarship to UCLA, which is far, far away from Elsa, which takes us back to a few scenes in this episode. Where Casey, Izzy, and Evan are talking about future plans and where they would want to visit. Casey has all of these grand ideas about exploring the country and moving on with her life beyond where she grew up. And then her boyfriend, Evan, is kind of limited in that. He sees himself exactly where he is. And that becomes an issue in a little bit, which we'll talk about. After Casey tells Sam to put his whole calendar on his phone to work on time management, we see Sam really struggle with his rigidity and the dependency it creates. His phone is going off. He can't eat lunch. He can't sleep. He can't calm down. And going deeper into needing one's own independence, we see Elsa really struggling to help Sam in college and giving him that appropriate space that he needs to figure out how to do things on his own. Sam is very adamant that he wants to figure out things on his own. We see Casey confront Evan towards the latter part of this episode about his future dreams and wanting to better himself. And then lastly, we see Sam finally reach out to the Office of Disabilities and get help from some peer volunteers. This was a really sweet moment in this episode. Sam is now given a professional note taker during class. What were my favorite moments of this episode? It's got to be the dream sequence of Sam and Julia as penguins walking through Antarctica. That was very, very funny. My second favorite moment of this episode is the car scene between Sam and Doug having a really tender moment. Sam is confessing that perhaps college is not exactly best for him. And, Doug just giving him that motivation that he needs. If you had to make a list of best dads on TV, dude, I think Doug is probably going to be on that list. Just such a phenomenal character. What was the worst moment of the episode? Not necessarily it's a worst moment, but it's something that I predict is happening. But Casey and Evan are clearly falling apart. Their relationship is in shambles. They are clearly heading in 2 separate directions in this show. We see Casey and Evan dealing with their struggles together while you hear the cover of Landslide in the background. One of my personally favorite songs of all time. But what is the meaning of Landslide? Landslide is about being tired of being poor. Landslide is about being tired, in Evan's case, of being a pizza maker and bettering oneself. And I feel like that's what this is going to be. This is everything, all signs are pointing to Casey and Evan splitting up. and Casey eventually moving on. How would I grade this episode? Man, this was a very sweet, sweet episode. I'd probably give it right around like an 8.5 out of 10. This show continues to pump great episodes. No surprise there. It's one of the best shows on Netflix. I'm Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Make sure you hit like and subscribe below. Thanks for watching, guys.